Well, first of all, before I bring up Professor Christine, I want to just say welcome everyone here. As the General said, GBI, to give you a little background about GBI, Global Business Incubation was started in 1991 by vets. And we were founded on the campus of William Marymount University. Since then, we've been involved in a number of projects, even including with NASA, in incubating and accelerating organizations. Now, our primary focus has been community development through incubation and acceleration. By bringing in income into local communities and allowing that income to flow through the community multiple times because of the nature of doing business with each other, we're able to create wealth within a community, also pools for investment that can be utilized in areas such as education. You know, Reggie is the sportsman. I'm the guy that grew up listening to rock and roll. All right, and I put it like this: we spend a lot of money in buildings, stadiums, and things of that nature. But when you look at the amount of money that is reinvested back into human capital, such as youth, you'll find that the percentages don't match. So we have one of the most critical resources, which is youth. You know, human capital, human beings, and the reinvestment into us and into our youth is very key and critical, and that's where GBI is always focused. We've done a lot of things in the inner city. We're currently now doing things in rural America too, because there are resources that are available, you know, in urban America. You know, we can go down the street, catch a bus, you know, we can get to places. But you get out to places like Brainerd or Aiken, you know, here in Minnesota. I forget, in the refrigerator country, way up there. I forget the city that we used to call the ice box of the world. But
International Falls. Yeah,
International Falls. That is the freezer. You do not have to ever get a refrigerator if you live in International Falls. That is just the truth. But you know, but those resources to those areas just don't exist. I'll give you another real quick example before I bring Christine on. In California, we work with organizations that do group homes for youth at risk. And these are kids 12 to 17 years old. Now, California has a large population that's in the foster family agency system, you know, that are in group homes or in foster care. And it's interesting because we were doing an analysis of a demographic of where all the kids come from. And you would think they'd come from cities like San Francisco, you know, the majority would come either from San Francisco or San Diego or Los Angeles. But if you're familiar at all with California, and I don't know if anyone actually is here, but way up north, above a place called Redwood, it was a Redwood City, we were supposed to, this is where all the big, you know, trees are, the sequoias and the redwoods, you know, nobody lives up there, quote unquote, but the majority of youth that are in the system in California all come out of rural America, out of rural California, up in that area. Over 50% of the population of the youth that come into the system come from up there. Now, what that tells us is the fact that the resources that the youth have to be successful just don't exist up there. Or if they do exist, there's a lack of them. My first experience in Minnesota, when I moved up to Brainerd, you know, this was 1990. I'm coming out of the IT world, you know, IBM's kicking, you know, we're already in Pentiums, you know, with multiple megabytes, almost a gigabyte of memory back then. And I go up to this little school in Brainerd, and all they had up there for the whole school system was an Apple IIc. And so you could see the disparity of the tools and equipment that's necessary. So that is part of the reason that we're here. And I'm going to, oh, there you are. And I'm going to turn it over to Professor Christine.
Thank you very much.